I'm Austin Heyman. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging and devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. We end this year with a show devoted to some very important topics: the complex issues surrounding seniors and housing, and a national organization dedicated to fighting arthritis, the leading cause of disability in the United States. But first, we welcome back a county department head who has been one of the most consistent advocates for senior issues and programs here in Montgomery County, Gabe Albernaz, the director of the Department of Recreation. Well, welcome back to Seniors Today.
Austin, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So there's some exciting things I know happening in the Recreation Department, and you're doing some planning. Tell us a little about that.
So the economic challenges are certainly not entirely behind us, but things are improving, and we're seeing that in a variety of different ways. And so the department right now is being a little bit more aggressive and progressive in establishing expanded health and wellness programs for seniors across the entire county. And this has been something that the executive has personally been interested in and has spoken to me about on numerous occasions. And so he has encouraged all departments to look at how we can expand health and wellness programs for seniors. And so within our agency, we're well positioned to be able to provide those kinds of services, not just through our facilities, but through programming elements as well. And so we're in the process right now of really conducting an extensive due diligence to find out what exactly seniors are interested in the form of health and wellness, what types of programs, what types of services, where we should be offering those services, what time of day should we be offering those services. And so after we complete our due diligence, we intend to expand programs and services within our facilities.
That's terrific. Of course, the population is changing. We all know about the demographics of Montgomery County and the country. And so I guess that also affects the kinds of programs that you're going to want to institute. Many of them you already have, but there are new ideas, I'm sure.
There are. We have, as you mentioned, programs that are already very successful. Our Senior Outdoor and Adventure and Recreation Series offers trips that are really engaging. As an example, we have a trip going to the White House, and there's a long waiting list to participate in that specific activity. But we're finding that seniors are especially interested in going on hiking trails and really more physical kinds of activities. And so
the aquatics program is probably one of the most used, isn't it?
It certainly is. That's an excellent point. We have 11 aquatics facilities across the county, 4 of them indoor. And if you go into one of our indoor aquatics facilities during the day, it really feels like you're in a senior center.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is remarkable to see so many seniors actively engaging in aquatics programming.
One program that we've mentioned before, but I think it's still going on, is the Silver Sneakers program, isn't that?
That's right. We still offer a significantly discounted opportunity to access our weight and exercise rooms at all of our recreation centers across the county. It's $50 per year. And for that, our seniors can take advantage of our weight and exercise rooms and the activities that we have within them. And one of the things that we hope to do as part of the expanded health and wellness program is expand on that opportunity. We don't just want seniors to visit our facilities, that's very important, but while they're there, we want to provide them with strong wraparound services that are engaging, that are fun, that offer socialization, and we'd like to pair them up with a trainer, for example, within our weight and exercise rooms, where they can devise programs that are specific to their needs and their interests. So if somebody wants to improve their flexibility or their bone strength or their posture even, those are the kinds of services that we want to offer more of moving forward.
Well, speaking of exercise rooms, I saw your newest one. It's gorgeous. We ought to tell folks about White Oak.
Yes, that is something I'm very proud of. We recently opened our newest community recreation center, which is our White Oak facility, which is right off Route 29. It is a fantastic facility, over 38,000 square feet of programming, and it includes an entire wing that provides us with a lot more flexibility in programming. And so our seniors can take advantage of programming year-round at that facility. And one of the amenities is the health and wellness room and the weight and exercise room, which rivals any gym across the county.
I mean, it's incredible.
It really is fantastic.
And as you say, there's special space there now so that you can offer programs year-round for seniors.
Year-round, and one of the biggest challenges we have is in the summer,
Where
because we have so many summer camps, and so we end up being in the unfortunate position of having to displace seniors for those 4 or 6 weeks of camp offerings. Well, that won't be an issue at White Oak. We will be able to offer programs year-round.
So that folks can find out about more information about the department, you have a website, don't you?
We do. Our website is montgomerycountymd.gov/rec. So the URL is a little long, but there you can find out about all of our programs, and we've recently updated our website. It's much more user-friendly.
Great.
It's much easier to find out where programs are. But the other way that you can find out about programs is just visiting your local community recreation center and speaking to our staff.
Yeah, we know that there are, what, four senior centers, and then you also have these programs in neighborhoods.
Yes, so we have our 4 senior centers, and now really 5 once you've added White Oak.
That's right.
But we have a program that we created some time ago called our Neighborhood Senior Program. 3 of our 5 senior centers are all located in Silver Spring. And we know that there are needs across the entire county, and of course seniors are our fastest growing demographic. Right. And so we've tried to initiate a program that offers many of the same services that a senior would receive at a senior center, but at one of our community recreation centers. And it's a good program, it has tremendous value, and we're happy with it, but that's where I see the biggest opportunity for growth.
For the future,
and for the future of programming elements, but also working hard to continue to provide services through our senior centers, through partnerships, but expanding services that the county is offering it itself as well.
Yeah, you mentioned partnerships. I know you're developing a number of partnerships so that it's not just the county government, but it's some of the nonprofits, hospitals that are working with you.
That's right. I think the one silver lining in the economic challenges we've had over the last 3 years is I think you've seen a lot of strong partnerships and alliances. And to the credit of the department and our incredible staff, those partnerships and alliances have been there for a long time. We've partnered with Holy Cross Hospital, with Suburban, with Adventist, and we're interested in expanding those partnerships moving forward because the healthcare industry has recognized the importance of health and wellness programs.
Well, thanks very much for coming in. I look forward to seeing the results of your newest survey and study and programs for the next year.
Thanks, Austin.
Good to see you again. When we come back, we'll have a serious discussion about affordable housing for seniors here in Montgomery County, so please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Have you ever parked illegally in a reserved accessible parking space?
And thought, what's the harm? I'm only going to be a minute.
We know how important it is to have reserved parking.
And the adjacent striped access aisles provide necessary space needed for assistance devices like my wheelchair and my service dog.
Respect the need for reserved parking and the laws that govern its use.
On behalf of everyone with accessible plates and placards,
we are asking you
to respect the space.
Serving your community is a great feeling. The Montgomery County Volunteer Center can connect you to hundreds of volunteer opportunities available throughout the area. Are you a student, senior, professional, community group, or business looking to serve? Simply visit our website to select what's right for you and get great ideas from past projects with our volunteer toolkits, or share a success story of your own. The Montgomery County Volunteer Center. Make an impact in your community. Where will you serve?
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Just 8 years from now, in 2020, it is estimated that seniors will comprise almost 25% of county residents. Yet even now, many seniors are being forced out of the county because they're unable to find affordable housing. Joining me to tell us more about the serious issues surrounding seniors and housing are Leslie Marks, who has been involved in senior housing for over 25 years and is the current housing expert for the county's Commission on Aging, and Dick Pavlin, the chair of Senior Issues for AIM, Action in Montgomery, a group of religious congregations lobbying for improvements in senior living. Well, welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to be here.
Dick, tell us a little bit about AIM. I don't think everybody's familiar with what does it stand for.
AIM stands for Action in Montgomery, and our mission is to strive for systemic change in such areas as affordable housing, revitalizing community centers in African American neighborhoods, promoting health care, and promoting more equitable public transportation. As you mentioned, we're 30 congregations.
Yeah, I was going to say 30.
30 member congregations, and we started in the year 2000, and we celebrated our 12th anniversary in 2012.
Great. Well, good to have you here. Now, the Commission on Aging has a number of priorities. Housing is one of them.
Yes, housing is one of them. The Commission several years ago created the Senior Agenda, and that outlined issues that the Commission was interested in and felt that the county needed to address. And housing is a very high priority on that Senior Agenda. And it's been accepted by the county executive, and the county council is also going to be accepting that Senior Agenda.
Well, so what are some of the primary concerns about housing?
The primary concern for seniors are the number of affordable senior units. In order to stay in the community, many seniors are on fixed income, and so there needs to be tools and policies that allow seniors to age in the community or find housing, age in the community in their own homes, and then find housing if they need to move out or are interested in moving out that is affordable, that can allow them to have the same doctors, the same churches, the same friends, and still be in the same community. And we are promoting tools to make that happen.
How do you see affordability as an issue?
Well, the definition of affordability, Austin, is that you should be spending no more than 30% of your income. So let's take a senior who is one of the low-income seniors. There's 30,000 seniors, 1 in 6, living at or below the poverty level in Montgomery County.
Wow. Not everybody knows
Startling,
that. Yeah,
startling.
yeah, yeah.
Now, for those 30,000 seniors, we have 4,350 subsidized county units for those seniors. Now, while there's some private affordable housing, nevertheless, you can take the numbers that are going to be increasing and just see what the problem is going to be. But affordability is basically thought of as 30% of your income should be given to housing, no more.
So what is it that we want to do about that? I mean, how do you create more affordable housing?
You need to have a policy that recognizes the needs for seniors. We, many years ago, over 20, maybe 40 years ago, we recognized the needs for children, and we had a plan and an infrastructure to build schools. And now we're saying at the Commission, you need an infrastructure for seniors. You need to recognize that they need housing, and they need a slightly different kind of housing than family housing. The housing needs to be designed so that seniors can safely live there with universal design features. Housing needs to be combined with services. It could be access to transportation, it could be wellness services that come in, it could be just an opportunity to socialize and interact with other people. But you do need to marry the two, the housing and the services.
And there's this, I know we've all heard about the Housing Initiative Fund, because it's been in existence for a while. I know that the county executive has been a strong supporter of it. That's a way of increasing that fund would increase affordable housing. Is that?
And that's why the Commission on Aging, as well as Action in Montgomery, Austin, is trying to push for that increase, because since '09, when it used to be at the 55 million level, it's gone down.
Because of the economy. Yeah.
Because of the economy. In this year, I think it's at 38 million. So it's far below what it was, and we want to see it restored to 55 million over the next 2 years, is what Action in Montgomery and the Commission on Aging are saying. They want to see this fund brought back up so that it can fund more senior projects.
And what it does fund, it funds new construction. It funds rehab of existing affordable units. And
rental subsidies.
Rental subsidies as well. So it is our housing trust fund, and that is a major resource. Now, affordable housing does not get built by one financing mechanism, or it doesn't get sustained by one financing mechanism. So you need a collaboration between the county, the state, and the federal government. It is a comprehensive approach to making something happen.
Well, you mentioned the word rental housing. Do we have a shortage of rental housing?
Yes, there's no question that a lot of the senior affordable housing and affordable housing is rental properties, and there's just not enough. There was a George Mason study that said that we have a shortage of 43,000 units for all ages as of 2010.
And there is a lot of market rate rental housing, very lovely housing, and in the new master plan communities, where such as White Flint, they are planning a lot of high density for better use of housing, but the number of affordable units is not very great, and the number of purpose-built senior housing, that's housing that provides services for seniors, is also in White Flint. I don't think they have anything in plan for that, and that is part of what we are trying to promote. When you're doing master plans, think about the needs of seniors as well as the needs of the.
And there's a lot of discussion of building housing and high density around metro. That will also make it easier for seniors.
Yes. The new housing policy, Austin, which is now being reviewed by the County Council, is a very good document because it specifies housing choice for elderly. It talks about assisted living. It actually has separate segments of that policy devoted to senior affordable housing,
that sounds terrific.
Special needs housing.
Now that's before the council, and there will be some hearings that people can participate in.
Yes.
In terms of aging in the community, I know that another thing that is being discussed is accessory apartments. What is that?
In order to help seniors age in the community, you need various tools. Not one thing is going to make that happen. Accessory apartments are apartments that are in an existing home, and they have what makes an accessory apartment is a stove, a working stove. And it's a way for seniors to get additional income, to have caregivers, maybe to move to the small accessory apartment and their family live in the big home, and allows them to age in their community. And it's a tool.
It's controversial, I guess.
A little controversial, yes. I think some people are fearful that it'll change the character of the neighborhood, but across the country, communities are recognizing that accessory apartments are one tool for seniors to use to establish affordable housing for themselves.
And also this notion of aging in the community, the village concept, is that also in a way a tool of people of being able to afford to remain in Montgomery County?
Exactly. The villages are another tool. Just as any kind of housing, one housing type does not solve all problems. And we have several villages that exist in Montgomery County, several that are forming, and we at the Commission are saying this is something that we need to promote as county policy and support as county policy, because this is a good way for neighbors to help neighbors and help people age in the community.
One of the proposals, Austin, for the villages is to have a coordinator, that the Commission on Aging is proposing that a coordinator be established in county government that would coordinate the villages and promote them.
So there are a number of tools under consideration and as we go forward. Well, thank you very much for coming in and sharing your knowledge about an important subject for seniors and for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll conclude today's show with a look at a national organization dedicated to fighting arthritis, the disease known as the leading cause of disability in the United States. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Over 50 million Americans, 1 in 5 adults, and 300,000 children are affected by the chronic pain of arthritis or a related disease. With 46 local offices around the country, the Arthritis Foundation is the largest national nonprofit organization solely dedicated to the prevention, control, and cure of arthritis. Joining me to tell us more about the organization and its resources is Katie Sperberg, the Director of Health and Wellness for the Mid-Atlantic region of the Arthritis Foundation. Well, welcome to Seniors Today, Katie.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about the foundation.
The Arthritis Foundation is the leading national nonprofit that supports over 100 different types of arthritis and the related diseases. And in 2010, the Delaware, Maryland, DC, Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina chapters joined together to form the Mid-Atlantic region. Right here locally, we have an office in Bethesda that serves Montgomery County.
And we have a lot of arthritis sufferers right here in the county, I suspect.
Yes, there are 183,000 people in Montgomery County, which is about 24% of the population that have arthritis.
Wow. Now, there are some different kinds of arthritis, as I understand it. One is osteoarthritis, and the other is rheumatoid. What is the difference?
So, as I said, there's over 100 different types, but the two most common types are osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. Osteoarthritis is the #1 most common kind. Over half the people that have arthritis have osteoarthritis. And osteoarthritis occurs when the cartilage in your joints begins to wear out. That causes the bones to rub together and a lot of the pain that's associated with having arthritis.
I'm afraid a lot of us have experienced that.
Yes, a lot of people have. And then rheumatoid arthritis, which is the second most common kind, is a very different disease. It's actually an autoimmune disease, and it occurs when the body's immune system begins to attack the joints. So
is there anything that one can do to prevent this, or how do you deal with it?
So with rheumatoid arthritis, it's a little tricky. They're not really sure exactly why the immune system malfunctions, so there's not that much that can be done for prevention. But for osteoarthritis, there's actually a lot of things that can be done. One thing is to remain active. Not using your joints can cause the cartilage to wear out more quickly. You have to think of your cartilage just like a muscle. You have to exercise it to keep it strong. Another thing is maintaining a healthy weight. Being overweight puts additional pressure on your joints.
See that,
yeah, especially the hips, the knees, and the feet. Right. So maintaining a healthy weight keeps that pressure off and gives your joints just an easier go of it. Another reason that people get osteoarthritis is just the general wear and tear that you put on your body over the years. So even if you never really do anything wrong, just the use of your joints can cause your cartilage to wear out.
Going up and down steps, I understand for some people, hurts the knees.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, doing things like that can sometimes hurt, but also staying active can help keep those joints moving, keep your cartilage strong. At the Arthritis Foundation, we often say, if you don't use it, you lose it.
So exercise, I suppose if you have, I guess there are also, if you have, there's probably maybe some kinds of rest. I guess there are also pain medications, I suppose, that one can take. I mean, are there treatments for this disease?
There are so many different things that you can do to manage your arthritis. Exercise is a great one because it can be free and done almost anywhere. The type of exercise we recommend is moderate intensity exercise. So things like biking, walking, or swimming are best. We recommend about 30 minutes a day, at least 3 or more days a week, just to help keep everything moving. But oftentimes people will tell me, if you just stay still, if you sit down, you're watching TV and you're just sitting there for a little too long, get up and move around and stretch, and that will really help with overall pain.
And I think I read somewhere there are some alternative approaches to arthritis. I mean, like a massage or acupuncture. Are those things that are Are they for real? Or?
Sure. There are lots of different alternative or complementary therapies that people use when it comes to managing arthritis. Things like massage and acupressure are really gaining a lot more popularity because people are looking for additional things, sometimes outside of medication. The best thing for you to do is to consult with your rheumatologist and to try a variety of different things. A lot of times people that have the most success with managing their arthritis pain are people that do a combination. So you might do exercise and have a massage, but you also may need medication. It just depends on what your rheumatologist thinks.
Now you have a lot of information on your website. Would you like to give us so the viewers can look at that?
Sure. Our website is arthritis.org. And it's got a lot of information about the signs and symptoms of all the different types of arthritis and different ways that you can manage it. It's got some videos that focus on living with arthritis, such as gardening tips if you have arthritis. And then we also
how to bend down, or
yeah, or how to garden without bending down.
Oh, okay.
You know, there's some great tips on there, raised beds and such. And then we also have information about how to find exercise programs that are specifically developed for people with arthritis, and how you can get those close to you.
And you have a phone number to call as well?
Sure. If you ever have any questions or want any more of this information, our phone number is 1-800-365-3811.
Does the Arthritis Foundation have programs actually in this area?
We do. We have programs at all different locations. Sometimes they're at hospitals, recreation centers, senior centers, gyms. And so the best way to find out if there's a program near you is to call. A staff person will help you identify the programs closest to you.
And I think you also mentioned before we went on the air that you have some kind of educational videos. Where are they? Are they on this website too?
Absolutely, yes. That's the gardening arthritis video that I mentioned. We have those on the website, and that's an ever-growing library. We're currently filming all the time new videos to add to that group.
So is there also research going on to, I don't know whether you support the research, or is this being done at NIH or?
Sure. Yeah. Some of the three main things that we do are fund research. We also support advocacy and legislative work, and then we do public health and education programs. So research is one of the three main things that the Arthritis Foundation works towards. We have lots of different research going on at institutions in the Mid-Atlantic region and actually all over the country.
That's great, and you really have a tremendous amount of resources there for not on the website, but it just also just by calling you up and getting information. It's really terrific that you've been able to come on and share that with us, because there, as you said, there are what, 183,000 of us in Montgomery County.
Sure.
Young and old.
Absolutely. We really appreciate being here, and we hope that people think of the Arthritis Foundation as a resource to them, that we'd like to be there to help them. And so please call, go on the website, and let us know how we can help you.
Thanks very much for coming in.
You're welcome.
Don't forget that you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. Also, we have a new email address that you can use to send us comments or suggestions for future topics on our show. It's seniorstoday@montgomerycountymd.gov. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.